Like mitochondria, plastids are again double-walled organelle that contain DNA and ribosomes, RNA, and these again having the capability to duplicate within the cell by their own. So, it is considered that primitive eukaryotic cell engulf an aerobic non-photosynthetic prokaryotic cell. This guest cell developed symbiotic relationship with the host cell. In course of evolution, both merged as a single cell with the mitochondria. One of these cells might have engulfed photosynthetic prokaryote and evolve into the photosynthetic eukaryotic cells. This is called the endosymbiotic theory. Okay, and that is nothing but the coexistence of the cell within the cell. What is the endosymbiotic theory says? That is nothing but that is related with the coexistence of cell within cell. So as I told earlier that chloroplast, here it is the plastid. Okay, and I told that the like mitochondria, plastids too are double walled organelle that contain the DNA, RNA and 70S ribosome. But these plastids are the larger in size and can observe under light microscope also. Plastids are classified according to the pigment present in it as leucoplast, chromoplast and the chloroplast. Leucoplast colorless, okay. Chromoplast colored plastid and chloroplast is the green plastid. Okay. So the leucoplasts do not contain any pigment. They are of various shapes and sizes. These are meant for storage of nutrients, for example amyloplasts. And these amyloplasts are having this function to store the starch. Elaioplasts are there, which are for the storage of oil, and the aleuroplasts are there for the storage of protein. So chromoplast, which contain the pigments like carotene and xanthophyll, they impart red, yellow or orange color to the flower and the fruit. Now as we know that the potato looks white in color, or the other flowers petal having the beautiful colored petals. So why these having the variety of color? Because of these plastids. Okay, chromoplasts are there. Okay, both leucoplast and amyloplast do not contain photosynthetic apparatus that we find in the chloroplast. So let's see the detailed structure of the chloroplast. Okay, plant cells like algae and a few protists like the euglena that contain the chloroplast. We observe that these chloroplasts are varied in shape, like it is a ribbon-like shape in Spirogyra, and again it differs in size, number and shapes in various cells in which it is found. In plant, it is found in the green region, mainly in the mesophyll of leaf. This chloroplast is lens-shaped, but it can be oval, then the spherical, discoid or the ribbon-like in shape. A cell may contain single large chloroplast, example that is in the Cladomonas, where only single large chloroplast is there. Okay, or there may be 20 to 40 chloroplast per cell seen in the mesophyll cell. Now the chloroplast contains single pigment, chlorophyll, along with its enzyme that helps in the production of sugar for the photosynthesis. Because of the chloroplast, the plant can synthesize their own food material, isn't that? So here let's understand the structure. Here it's about the structure of chloroplast. So inner membrane of the double wall is considered less permeable. Inside this cavity of inner membrane there is another set of membranous sacs, and they are called as the thylakoids. See, it is called as the thylakoid. Thylakoids are arranged in the form of stacks called grana. Okay, so here in this diagram we are able to see these are the thylakoid, and that contains the granum. Okay, many grana are there. Okay, the grana are connected to one another by means of membranous tubes called the stroma lamellae. Let's see, it is the stroma lamellae, by which means these grana are going to connected with one another. The space outside the thylakoid is filled with the stroma. Okay, so whatever the semi-solid liquid is there, semi-liquid we can say, that is the stroma, which is present in the whole other space. The stroma and the space inside the thylakoid contain various enzymes also, which are essential for the photosynthesis. Like the other plastids, stroma of the chloroplast also contain the DNA and ribosome. So it's all about the structure of chloroplast.